Hi, welcome to the Desi show. That's here.
This is fantastic. I can't tell you how much I've been looking forward to this. Obviously, this is something we're doing to promote the new book that you are on the cover of, Evil Inc After Dark, full stream ahead. This book has 3 big After Dark storylines, one of which, Desi, involves you starting an Only Fanatics page for your fans to connect with you and the experiences you've had with that.
Absolutely. And now here on Substack, I wish that all my subs were stacked. But Only Fanatics, have you guys already subscribed to my Only Fanatics?
What's that?
I'm seeing if these people already subscribed to my Only Fanatics.
You know what? I think a couple of them might already be. I mean, we don't want to out them, but I'll tell you what, knowing Egypts as I do, knowing George, I got a feeling that's probably better than even odds on that one. I don't know whether anyone else is a Substack. Do you recognize any other names? Maybe not.
Oh, that one.
Yep, you're looking at the same one I was. So, and by the way, a lot of really fascinating usernames. We've got Devin joining us. Chaz is with us. Read the Freaking Comics joined us. That's very good. Vaughn, tell me a mystery. I've got to find out more about that Substack. Dave Fetchy, yeah, and a confirmation that perhaps one of our watchers is indeed a follower of yours on Only Fanatics. So, Desi, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role there at Evil Incorporated?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I always knew I wanted to be evil. And so I have to have a career. A girl's got to make a living.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be evil, I might as well get paid for it, especially somewhere with such a relaxed dress code.
It's the perfect dress code for you. Absolutely. By the way, folks, if you're watching right now on the live feed, Desi has agreed to take questions. She's agreed to field questions. I see here that you're also it's an afterlife coach. I didn't even know that was a thing, but you're doing afterlife coaching now. So if anyone has questions about this world or the next, you're more than happy to field questions from our viewers. Is that right?
That's true. I'm an afterlife coach, and I'm also a crowdfunding therapist.
You must be watching my Blue Sky. I'm telling you, it's like daily. When you launch a Kickstarter, you get so many people coming out of the woodworks, which are really scams. There's no other way around it. And it's just, what I finally decided to do is to kind of promote my Kickstarter orthogonally and just start posting some of the worst of them on Blue Sky, just to share some of the ridiculous come-ons. Marguerite has a question for us. I want to know exactly how hot hell is.
Almost as hot as I am.
That's very hot.
Very hot. Almost as hot as Desi.
Almost. And we have to clarify, you're actually not a demon from hell. You are from the Dark Dominion, but I'm told that you have connections in hell. Is that right?
I do have connections in hell, but I'm from the Neither realm. It's
the Neither realm.
Neither.
Neither here nor there. I bet you, Desi, that when you say you're from the Neither realm, a lot of people try to correct you because they think you meant the Nether realm. Is that true? Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. How frustrating is that? Just on a scale of 1 to 10.
It is frustrating. And I think they're thinking about my nether region.
I think that's, but it's neither. It's neither here nor there. You do have a prehensile tail, and there was an Evil Inc storyline that did mention that there were like more nerve endings in the tip of a demon's tail than there are in like a human fingertip. Is that correct?
It is true. And you're lucky that you're getting an up close view on this free live stream.
That's right. Because on the OnlyFans, there's a whole different kind of thing going on. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, we should not mention one of our diehard watchers, Marguerite, is from the Netherlands. So
almost
not
just the same as me.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm surprised I didn't put that connection together sooner. So we also do have to mention that Desi is in a throuple relationship, right? And that is something that's gonna we're gonna center on that in the book after the one that we're kickstarting right now at newevilbook.com. But tell us a little bit. You're in a relationship with both Iron Dragon and Surgat, who is a Deshrouder demon. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true. It's kind of hard having two boyfriends, and it's worth it, though.
Yeah.
Some people might think it's only because of necessity. Only because of necessity for me to get my dual citizenship that I had to be with both of them.
Right.
That's not true. I love both of them, and it would have been a hard decision either way. I want both of them.
That's right.
So,
You could. And also, like I see all the time, why choose, right? Why would you have to choose when you can actually have the best of both worlds right there?
Mm-hmm. And with any relationship, there's going to be some jealousy involved.
Is there jealousy in your throuple?
There's some jealousy within the throuple and with some women in the office sometimes. But we make it work.
Do you get a lot of those questions? Like how do you handle two guys? You must be, well, the first thing that comes to my mind is you must be exhausted.
Oh yeah, but mostly it's them that's exhausted trying to keep up with me.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. You are a daughter of the Dark Dominion. The thing that I would like about this, I mean, there is a part of this that is actually good because I'm not good at any of the like fix-it stuff around the house. So it would actually be great to have another person to say, you go do all that stuff. Even if it's you. Anybody has got to be better than me. So we've got a pretty good, here's Vaughn asking a question. How do you balance work life and throuple life?
Well, it's pretty hard when you work together, because if you work together and live together, you end up seeing each other all the time. So you got to know when it's the best time for just some alone time.
Uh-huh.
Maybe spend some alone time reading.
Reading? What do you like to read?
Well, maybe you should check out newevilbook.com.
You are so good at this. Being kickstarted right now, newevilbook.com, where you will see Desi on the cover in her Only Fanatics gear. The name of the book is Full Stream Ahead. And this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. We're up past the 56% mark on the Kickstarter. And we are the only thing if you've ever done a Kickstarter before, you know, the first day is fantastic. The launch is amazing. Second day is great. I'm now into like the third and fourth day where things start to slow down. And I realized that, I kind of knew this was going to happen. There was no way around it. But Labor Day weekend here in the United States is coming up, and things are really going to slow down. Hey, it looks like you've got a cup of coffee. What is that?
I just got a cup of Joe.
And that must be Joe.
I conjured him from the spirit realm to help with an assassination attempt. But now it's my bud. But also, you know, gotta stay caffeinated.
That does look like a strong cup of coffee. That's amazing. So other questions for Desi, the Devil Girl, feel free to put them into the chat. You should see your chat on the bottom of your phone where it says write message, or if you're on desktop, it should be over on the right-hand side. So Desi, how do you like living on Earth as opposed to living in the Dark Dominion? Is there advantages or disadvantages either way?
Oh, there's definitely advantages about my dual citizenship. I like to be here on Earth because then I'm the Devil Girl. But in the Dark Dominion, I'm just another girl, kind of.
You're just, you don't stand out quite as much, right? Because they're fully red women with horns are kind of a dime a dozen down there.
Oh, man, you should have seen them before I got them reduced.
I didn't. You are good at this. Yes, you did have a reduction. They were distracting back when you were younger. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. Here's a question from George. Which other girls don't you get on with? And in other words, is there anybody that you're not exactly a huge fan of around the office?
I don't know who's watching this, so I better not say.
Okay. All right.
If she's watching, I don't want this to get back to her.
That's fair. So you have confirmed that it is one of the women at Evil Inc that you're have a little bit of a beef with. Just a little bit.
I might get over it. She's really hot.
All right, that's enough of a clue. We don't have to go any further. This follow-up question from George: any gossip from the office? Do you have anything that you can tell us that might be going on that other people aren't aware of?
Well, TikTok has been really popular lately.
Really? How
no,
so?
Not the app. The TikTok of the bomb I put under Spurlock's desk.
I could see where that would keep a lot of people on their toes.
Oh yeah.
Man, you are
waiting for that.
You do that very well. So other questions for Desi. Meanwhile, Desi, you are in occult services at Evil Inc. What's that like? What kinds of things do you do in occult services?
Well, I do summoning and beseeching. And some people get them confused, but you can remember because beseeching is green.
Wow, that is beseeching.
Yes.
And now, so what is summoning?
Oh, well, summoning is purple, and I summoned earlier Joe.
Oh, fantastic.
Demonic clock.
That's right. That's actually your superpower. You're able to put a spirit into an inanimate object, like, for example, a cup of coffee.
I can put other things in inanimate objects.
Are you willing to talk about that here?
No, that's for After Dark.
That's for After Dark. All right. Very good. So summoning, what types of things, what types of entities do you like to summon?
Pretty much anything from the spirit realm, just to rule over whatever inanimate object.
That's fantastic.
I like to just use it however best fits the scenario.
And given your imagination, I'm sure that's kind of a open-ended situation, right?
Oh yeah, it comes in handy for lots of different things.
Yeah, I'll bet. So the new book is called newevilbook.com. It's kickstarting right now, and there's tons of new rewards. You can get an artist edition. You can get commissions. I've got a bunch of the old archive Evil Inc books available that you can get, and many of them featuring. What's it? Yeah, that's right. Can I see that again? That was Stick 'em Up. Absolutely.
Homeward Bound.
This is great. Yeah. You've got all these covers memorized. Can you, let's see, Stick 'em Up was volume 1. Volume 1 of Evil Inc actually involves you having to look way over your shoulder. That might be a little bit harder to do. Yeah.
It might be too, because it'll be extra hard because I can't reach my back. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand that. So other questions for Desi. She is available as an afterlife coach, here to answer all of your questions about the Dark Dominion, living on Earth as a devil girl, and of course, questions about the new Kickstarter for Evil Inc After Dark. Desi, in terms, is there any situations where you like Iron Dragon is your, not necessarily a favorite, but in any situation, one member of your throuple, you kind of gravitate towards in a situation as opposed to the other?
Well, Brad, which one of your kids do you love more?
That depends on the day.
Well, what I love about my boys is that they're different.
Yeah.
Iron Dragon is arrogant, confident. He thinks he's the big man in charge.
Yeah.
But Surgat, he knows your secrets just by touching you.
Yeah.
There's hardly any secrets that I've kept. The real wild card in the throuple.
There's no secrets left at this point. Is that correct?
He can't keep his hands off me. So.
No. Nor can I'm sure anyone blame him. He's a red-blooded demon. He's probably knows exactly what he wants.
Oh yeah, I mean, who among us?
Exactly. Who among us, indeed? So are you excited? Do you get noticed on the street, having been on the cover of a number of Evil Inc graphic novels and e-comics? Do people notice you in line at the grocery store? Do you get asked for autographs? Does that kind of thing often happen?
Oh yeah, it's pretty split, divided. People will either cry and scream and run, or
Yeah.
they will fawn, and I will signature on their chest.
Do you do that? Do you do like body part signings? I've seen that before, where somebody will like get an arm signed and then they'll take it to a tattoo parlor and get that signature tattooed. Do you do that as well?
Do you want my autograph?
Maybe later. Maybe later.
Okay.
The only part, the autograph part sounds great. The tattoo part, where you have to experience pain, that much not so much. I bruise like a peach, so it might not be a great fit for me.
You know, you just reminded me of something, because I do not bruise like a peach.
Yeah, really?
So I brought my friend Slappy.
Slappy. Wow.
And I was thinking that if any new pledges came in while we are live, Slappy and I would celebrate.
Okay, look, I'm loving this. We can do it like a telethon, in other words. And you're not, Desi, you may be old enough to remember the Jerry Lewis telethon. But in case you're not, hold on. This is a great idea. I've got to bring this up. newevilbook.com. I'm going to bring it up as we speak so I can gauge this. Right now, we are at 8,450. If we get new pledges after this moment right now, if we bring it up from 8,450, then we get to find out what Slappy is all around. And I may have to keep my glasses on for Slappy.
Keep your glasses on.
In the meantime, Vaughn says, you're way better looking than Jerry Lewis. Although I will say this, Jerry Lewis had a thing for red and black too. He was always wearing those red shirts with the black suits. But Vaughn wants to know, is there any way I can ensure that I can haunt my landlord after I pass?
Well, that depends. Have you already pledged your alliance to me? Oh, I mean, pledged on Kickstarter?
That's a good point. Are you saying that you can work something out with a pledge, that you can make sure that this person can haunt their landlord?
I'm willing to scratch their back if they scratch mine.
Very good. But now how have you ever handled like a situation where somebody was haunting a place that like a haunted house? And if so, what kind of advice do you have for somebody wanting to do like a possession or a haunting?
Someone who wants to do a possessing or haunting?
Yeah, like if they want to,
they
want to come back as a ghost and haunt a certain area. What kinds of advice would you give that person?
Well, you're going to have to study. Nothing comes easy. You're going to have to do your work. You're going to have to study the dark arts for the rest of your life and really commit to it so that you can spend the afterlife doing what you want.
Right. It's like everything else.
Doing that.
You can't just expect to come in and start haunting. You need to know what you're doing. And also, I would imagine that it takes a good degree of property value and real estate license, because you could very easily find yourself on the wrong side of that.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to get exercised.
No. Speaking of exercise, you stay in amazing great shape. What is your routine for looking as great as you do?
Well, I do a lot of scheming.
Scheming, yes, scheming.
I fill my days with scheming and breaking stuff.
Breaking hearts, I would imagine, is one of those things.
You probably know what I get up to after dark.
That's right. I'm sure a few of them do. Do you have to watch what you eat? Is there any dietary restrictions, or does all of this just come naturally?
I mean, mostly comes natural. As a double girl, I really love to eat things that are flame broiled.
Yes, flame broiled.
Very salty. After lunch, sometimes I like to get a double stuffed cream pie.
Those are always
after that.
That I could see where that could keep you very
Ooh,
fit.
we got a new pledge.
Yes, and in fact, I can confirm that Vaughn has pledged. We are now up to 84.85. So let's see what Slappy can do.
All right, you got your glasses on?
I'm leaning in close for this. That is amazing. Did you now, all seriousness, did you make that or did you buy that someplace? Because that looks very unique.
Oh, you buy these, and it matches my outfit.
I was going to say, because the colors are perfect.
Now, did you hear Slappy slap? I didn't know if it was slapped loud or not.
Oh, I heard, but maybe, there might have been a couple of people viewing in the back that did not see Slappy slap. Maybe one more time, just to make sure that person in the back could hear it.
We'll do one more. This is for you, Vaughn. And if anyone else wants to start another pledge while we're live.
84.85 is where we are right now. Whoa. Doesn't that sting? Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. So, once again, we're doing this. Desi has been very kind enough to show up and promote the launch of the new book, kickstarting right now, which you can find at newevilbook.com. It is kickstarting right now. Lots of great rewards. And Vaughn calls that the Slappy heard round the world. That was, that'll be the, when we post this on TikTok, that'll be the subtitle on that. So now I hear that you also had a recent debut on a burlesque stage. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I did. I was able to open up the show for Crown of Bones. So I was up on the big screen, me and Tempest.
That's fantastic. How did the audience respond to that? Were they very excited?
Oh, they loved it. I'm here in Fairmount. I had my office chair for it. And people really liked that.
Is it difficult to do work with an office chair?
Huh?
Is it difficult to do work with an office chair? I mean, it seems like it would be very unsteady.
Yeah. Especially with my tail.
You've always got to figure out where to put it. That's the darndest thing about a tail.
Yeah, and office chairs are on wheels, but it's kind of fun,
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. So yes, at the burlesque opening of Crown of Bones, Desi and Tempest were both on the screen in a fantastic burlesque debut, and the Crown of Bones opening was huge. Tell us a little bit about Crown of Bones, because I know you hung out for the burlesque show. Tell us a little bit about that comic.
Oh, of course, I wasn't going to leave if women were going to take off their clothes. It was fantastic. We read the Crown of Bones book all together. Do you know how fun that is to hear your book being read and people laugh?
Oh, no, that's
live.
That is a dream come true, because most comic artists who work in humor never get to hear the laughter at the punchlines, but you got to be there where that was happening.
Oh, yes. We laughed. It was sexy. It was spicy. It was scary. It was fun. And, but none of them were as good as I was.
No, that was that. Well, listen, that just, it is what it is when you're number one, when you're on top, everybody else is like second banana.
It's true. There was a lot of second bananas.
Man, you do not miss a trick, Desi. That's what I love about you. Vaughn writing in saying, I just found out I've been using my office chair wrong.
I can fix that for you.
Desi you could give lessons, I would imagine, and maybe often do on the proper use of office furniture.
Oh man, we got to add this. Wait, so what's my resume now? I work in occult services.
That's right.
I'm doing afterlife consultations.
That's right.
I'm a crowdfunding therapist.
Yeah.
And I'm an office chair repairman.
Yeah. Oh, I could see great things in your future.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And of course, beseeching.
Let's see a little bit more of that beseeching. That is fantastic. Is that it? Is that something that you might do on stage at a future burlesque performance?
Absolutely. People love to watch me beseech.
I would imagine they do.
It would beseech you to not see me beseech.
That is true. That would be some very anti-beseeching going on there. Let's check in. I think we need another update here. We're at 8485. We've got to get that off of 8485 so we can bring Slappy back out. One of you folks has got to step up and get Slappy busy over there. So
but also maybe someone here was a first day pledger. Are there any super fans here that pledged before shipping kicked in?
Oh, that's a good question. Anybody able to confirm that they were there on the first day, which I think was Tuesday? I actually launched that one a little bit later in the day. So it didn't go out until like 4 o'clock on Tuesday. I think I'm going to change that the next time I do a Kickstarter. But in the meantime, and also just reminding people who are joining us late, Desi is indeed an afterlife coach. So if you have any questions at all for Desi about the afterlife or about her relationship as part of a throuple. By the way, there's a lot of different words for that now, right? Throppple is one of them. What is your preferred nomenclature for being in a relationship with two other people?
Well, typically, throuple is reserved for when all three people are in relationships with each other.
Okay.
So what I would call us is a triad or a polycule.
Okay.
Specifically, a V-hinge polycule.
And what does the V-hinge stand for?
That means I'm the hinge.
You're the middle part of the V. Is that it?
Yeah, the boys aren't. Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, exactly.
But
exactly.
Mostly, it's all about Desi.
Mostly you. And do you enjoy being the center of attention? I thought so. What are some now? Do you have other friends who have that are also in polyamorous relationships? And how do those work?
They've tried. I've seen lots of people try and fail.
Yeah.
You see, what they're doing is they're trying to find another partner to supplement what their current partner lacks.
Yeah.
That's no good.
I mean, I can see what you're saying, and that would really open up some hard feelings all around, I would imagine, because as you're bringing this person in, the person that you're with is probably saying, what are you trying to say about me? Right?
Absolutely. So each relationship is its own full relationship.
Right.
And like you're not seeking someone to make up for what your other partner lacks. That's where a lot of people go wrong. But also with jealousy, you have to find the root of your jealousy. So the root could be, am I afraid that what I have is going to be taken away from me?
Yes.
But the root of jealousy could also be, I'm not getting enough. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting what that person gets, and I want that. That's envy.
I would imagine that communication in a situation like this is really, really important. You've got to be an expert communicator when you're in a relationship with two other people.
Yeah, well, it makes it a little easier when one of your partners knows your every thought just by touching you.
Right. So, it does tend to open up the conversation a little bit quicker. Is that right?
Yeah. So I can say it without saying anything at all.
Sometimes that's the best way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of jealousy and feelings of jealousy, it's got to happen every now and again. Jealousy has to pop up. How do you handle that? How do you address that jealousy when it does rear its ugly head?
Well, I'd like to say that I'm so evolved and above it all.
Yeah.
But not always.
Right.
Not always. Sometimes I do turn red with anger and green with jealousy.
Yeah.
And sometimes Slappy has another job.
Now, here's a question. What if Iron Dragon and Surgat wanted to bring a fourth person into the relationship and that person happened to be a woman? How would that be a non-starter? building out that poly relationship. How would that conversation go?
Who is she? What do you know that I don't know?
Hey, this is strictly hypothetical. It's completely hypothetical.
Mm-hmm. It's not every day you get to talk to your creator. And now I think that someone's coming. It would depend. I'm not going to be more jealous just because it's another woman.
Right.
Especially if she's as hot as all my friends. But it would need to be something we discussed beforehand, not something just thrown at me.
Yeah, it would have to be a lengthy discussion going in. The good news is
we have a volunteer.
We've got a volunteer, Marguerite from the Netherlands, not the neither world, but the Netherlands, is volunteering to take that place, which might not be such a bad idea, Desi. You may want to consider this.
If it's Marguerite, I'll be okay with it.
Fantastic. So, Desi, I've got so many questions for you. I mean, this is really kind of fascinating to talk to somebody. Marguerite, by the way, says, yay. This is really fascinating to talk about this. So on one side, when people hear about like a triad or a throuple or that kind of thing, the first thing they think about is, oh, great. There's lots of people for naughty, fun times. But on the other hand, there's also a lot of other, like, here's my problem. I'll just be honest with you. Here's my problem with the whole throuple thing. All of a sudden, I'm buying 2 Valentine presents. I'm buying twice as many Christmas presents. I've got twice as many chances to forget anniversaries. It seems like it's very complicated to keep all this stuff up in the air. How do you do that?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because it's true there's going to be more gift giving.
Yeah.
But also picture this. 3 adult incomes in one household.
I'm telling you, all kidding aside, my wife have talked about this and we said, I think this is going to become more prevalent, not only because I think people's attitudes are changing, but because the economy is such that it's going to start to become almost an economic necessity for this kind of stuff to happen.
We could do monogamy in this economy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yes, 3 adult incomes would be a huge benefit right now.
Oh, and 3 adult incomes, no kids.
No kids. Is that now, Desi? I can't imagine you, but I may be surprised. Is kids something that's something that you would like in the future?
Only pre-reboot.
Oh my God. That is the perfect, that was true. That was true. Just as we were coming up to the reboot, that was just about to happen. And then it was like, well, no, we're going to do something else now. So maybe in another world somewhere that is happening, but definitely not pre-boot. That is nothing that you have on your mind.
Pre-reboot. But something interesting. So a polyamorous couple, if are throuple or triad, when we all live together, we're called nesting partners.
Nesting partners. Really? This is fantastic.
So if we got another girlfriend or boyfriend, but they lived somewhere else, they'd still be a legitimate part of the Polycule, but they're not one of our nesting partners.
So this has all kinds of levels of a membership, almost like a mid-level marketing thing. You've got levels of admission here into this thing. Is that right?
Well, it's kind of like when you get walked up the ladder on a Kickstarter on newevilbook.com.
That's right. When you come in and you see that you can get the digital comic for $10, but you could get for a little bit more the print edition. And then for a little bit on top of that, you could actually get the artist edition where I draw something just for you on a book plate for the inside of the book.
Ask for a drawing of Desi.
I can believe me. She is one of the top 2 requests I get. It's either Desi or Mismatch. Really interestingly, all the brunettes tend to be the most popular in Evil Inc. Lightning Lady is up there, but my readers go for brunettes evidently. This is Vaughn asked a question. Now listen, Desi, this is Vaughn's question. This is not my question. Do you fit in, since it's a nesting situation, do you fit inside each other like a nesting doll? That may be completely, you do not have to answer that if you don't want to.
You know, Vaughn, that sounds like an After Dark question.
That is definitely an After Dark question.
Did you pledge to the After Dark levels there?
I actually, I think Vaughn actually was the first reason that we brought Slappy out, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you're right, Vaughn. You are absolutely right. And I'm gonna tell you that we do fit. And my tail fits.
That probably comes in very handy.
It sure does. We're gonna get kicked off some stuff.
I was having the same thoughts. I keep kind of glancing over the side. It's like, have we been cut off of Substack yet? No, they're just letting us go. Well, that's good because we can keep promoting newevilbook.com, the new Kickstarter out for Evil Inc After Dark. It features Desi on the cover, posing for her Only Fanatics page. It's so much fun. There is nobody better at this. Oh yeah, you've got the belt yet. So look at that.
That's the cover.
Perfect. Yeah, I think you got to Vaughn. He's doing a hidden behind the eyes emoji. You've got everybody's attention with that.
We'll give Brad a heart attack.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat over here. It's starting to get hot. As I imagine you are used to over in the Dark Dominion.
Oh yeah.
Is it warm?
Like I said, it's not as hot as me.
It's got to be warm all year round down there. Are there other entities down there that like other types of demons or creatures that we might be familiar with from mythology?
Well, I guess it depends how well read you are.
That's a good point. Like somebody might not be very familiar with all the different types of demons and so forth, and that are coming up to Earth. And you're probably one of the very few people from your dominion that actually made it to stay on Earth this long. Usually it's probably just for a little while they're able to stay.
Yeah, I had to make it work though, because I love working at Evil Inc.
That's right. And who wouldn't love working at Evil Inc, the place where you can do evil because it's legal. It's fantastic. So, Desi, in terms of fringe benefits, are there any fringe benefits of working for Evil Incorporated?
Well, some of the benefits are that I get to do my evil scheming that I would do anyway, but now I'm going to get paid.
But now you get paid, yes.
I get to be with my friends and my lovers.
Mm-hmm.
We also get up to a lot of spicy stuff at work. So that's a benefit that a lot of places don't have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's actually not only not frowned on, but in many cases encouraged to keep the stories interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And lax work environment. Like I'm supposed to be working right now, but instead I'm doing a full.
It's okay. I can actually assure you that I will put a good word in with your boss. You won't get in any trouble. However, Vaughn, once again, coming in with the punchline, you were talking about whether people were well read or not, and he said that you are definitely well read.
I get it all the time. Every joke about being read.
Yep. Read it. Yeah.
All the comments on my pentagram.
So, Desi, maybe you have some questions for me about the new book that people can find at newevilbook.com. Are you interested in what might be coming up in this new 120-page graphic novel?
Yes. I want to know what about people like me who just like to read digitally?
That's such a great question. So Evil Inc, all of the Evil Inc books that are available right now through this Kickstarter are available not only in a digital format, but each one of those books, the digital format has two versions. It's got the traditional full page comic page that you get in digital comics, where you see the full page, very easy to read on a desktop or a tablet. But it also has what I call a smartphone edition, which means that it has a ongoing vertical scroll like reading comics on Webtoons. And so when you get this new book, Evil Inc After Dark, Full Stream Ahead, and you get the digital version, you'll not only get that full page version that you can read on desktop, but you'll get the smartphone version that you can read in the comfort of your own phone.
Oh, I love that. I hate having to pinch and zoom just to read.
Right. Nobody does. And that's why and I don't know how many people are doing this in independent comics. There's a lot, like if you buy comics on Amazon, they've got a very good reading system. But this is something I really believe strongly in for digital comics. And also all of the comics that I sell through my website, through places like drivethroughcomics.com, through the Kickstarter, they're all digital rights management free, DRM free, which means that once you own it, you own it. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can say, well, the server is gone or we went out of business and so you don't have it anymore. You actually own that PDF and nobody can take it away from you. And that's something else that I kind of believe strongly in.
Right. Just like the benefit of when you have a physical book.
Right.
They can't take it away.
No.
Now, here's my other question, because I was at that show last weekend.
Yeah.
And I tried to win the raffle, but I didn't.
No.
And what I really wanted to win was the erotic art of Brad Guigar, the big photo book.
Yeah.
But I didn't win it. So if I wanted to pledge and I wanted to get Full Stream Ahead, but I also wanted to add on that book, can I do that?
I've got you covered. Not only can you get and by the way, it's a beautiful hardcover full of glossy pages. Basically what I did was collected a lot of my not safe for work commissions that I did for Patreon, and I collected them into a hardcover book. It's really gorgeous. You can not only get it as an add-on, but one of the reward tiers allows you to get the newest book and select one of 4 books that I've got set up to be selected. And that is one of the 4 books. So you can actually do the +1 level and add the Not Safe for Work art book as part of your pledge.
Well, I'm going to ask someone on my Only Fanatics to buy that for me.
Oh, you can do that, right? You can kind of almost like that's called financial domination. You can tell them to do that for you, or else then you call them like a little worm or something and get into their minds.
Well, isn't that what your workshop was about?
That's money, exactly right. Yes, it was. We're getting into people's minds. So we are coming upon the last little bit of our live stream. I want to remind people, if they've got questions, this is your one chance to ask Desdemona, daughter of the Dark Dominion, any question you want, either about being a devil girl, about her personal life as part of a triad or a throuple. What is it now? If Iron Dragon and Surgat are also kind of involved, what's the proper word there? Triad or throuple?
We can say throuple.
Throppple. Okay. Cause I want to make that is, in all honesty, I do want to make sure that I'm using the right terminology there. So throuple works. That's fantastic. And until people put questions in there, do you have any other questions for me about the new book, Evil Inc After Dark, Full Stream Ahead, available at newevilbook.com?
How much longer do I have until it's over?
You got about 20 minutes.
No, the Kickstarter.
Well, I've got even better news. This Kickstarter is going to go, although I'll tell you what, I've got Kickstarter head at this point. It might just be 20 minutes. This is going to go until September 25th. It's that last Friday in September. So you've got until then. It's going to be a full 31-day campaign. So you've got until then But man, you don't want to put it off to the
but
last
not
minute.
really. You only have 20 minutes. People.
20, you know what? It would be better if you just did it in the next 20 minutes because for those of you who are listeners of the Comic Lab podcast I do with Dave, we devoted an entire show to all the things that I screwed up getting this Kickstarter ready. I'm telling you, this one has been a comedy of errors from the word go. I've had so many weird things happen, more than I have like some things that were out of my control in terms of doing a Kickstarter. I'm telling you, I'm going to be very happy to get to the end of September. This has been really something for the books. I'm telling you, including one guy. I don't know if I told you about this, Desi. One guy pledged to my Kickstarter, and he pledged at the highest level, and then gave me a tip of $2,000. And
Scam.
It was obvious that it was some kind of a scam. He sent me a message promising to raise it to 5,000. Meanwhile, he was throwing my numbers way off. And it's like, this is really has the potential to screw me up. So luckily I was able to get a word into Kickstarter support. He withdrew, the pledge and whatever he was up to. But it was so like mentally, I saw my Kickstarter go way up and then take a $2,000 dip, which we finally just made up for earlier this morning. So I'm all of which to say, mentally, I am absolutely frazzled. This is going to be a long month.
That's a roller coaster.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. So Desi, daughter of the Dark Dominion, thank you so much for being here. And since we're kind of winding down, I want to say just for a moment, even if it makes you break character, Desi is being played by the great Eerie Rottica, a burlesque legend, working in the Syracuse area. If you ever see burlesque events going down, you can bet that she's part of it in that area. Huge draw all over the place, and just launched her own book, Crown of Bones, a comic book that was premiered last weekend at a special burlesque performance. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you did at that performance, how it went? Give us a little taste if we weren't like me who wanted to be there, and unfortunately I just couldn't. What did everybody miss at that performance?
You missed a lot. I'm sorry you couldn't be there, but actually it kind of worked out because I was so busy, I wouldn't have even been able to say hi.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Because you were producing it. You were the one in charge of the whole thing, right? Yeah.
It was like herding cats. One part I wanted to tell you was that, so part of our Kickstarter, one of the rewards was a ticket to the release party.
Yeah.
And then you could pick up your books while you were there. So people are showing up at the door. And one of my partners was working the front door, and he said, "Hi, welcome to the show. Were you from the Kickstarter?" Every single one of them said, "I don't know."
Oh, no.
So we got their name, and then we go, I had a bin of Kickstarter.
No.
And we're like, "Yeah, you got every reward. Like, you gave us hundreds." Like how do you not know?
and they just didn't know.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Really didn't like Kickstarter. They, people said, "Can I just mail you a check?"
Oh my gosh.
They
really
did not like Kickstarter at all.
That's interesting. Is it a generational thing, do you think? Because when I hear, can I write you a check? I'm thinking maybe somebody with as much gray in their beard as I've got. Do you think it was generational?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that was can I write you a check? Or like, can I just send you a Venmo? No one wanted to use Kickstarter.
Yeah. Jen is saying, I think they didn't hear his question. That might be because I think if this is the guy I've seen in other videos, he's very tall. He could have been talking like right over these people's heads.
Yeah, that's Alton. That's our host.
Is that right? Oh,
he was busy. Jen was there. Jen, did you not hear it when
Jen said, "We noticed that too. I corrected 2 people." So maybe it was a communication thing. The guy, he's a big guy. And he was also, I think, was he the person nice enough to do the little promo for Uncensored Artists, the new newsletter?
Yes, that was Alton. He was up there on stage talking about Uncensored Artists. Did you get the clip I sent you of that?
I did. It was so good. Did such a great job. Yeah, so Jen must have been there. Jen said it was loud. I heard him, but it was loud in there, which must mean that people were having fun. Because anytime I go into a theater and it's loud like that, people are really into what's going on at the event.
And your copy of the book should be in Philadelphia now.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it. I don't want to put you on the spot, but is there hope for another Crown of Bones book? Not right now, because I know you're just getting off a performance, and it's probably very similar to a Kickstarter experience in that it's all this stuff. It culminates. It's a big explosion, and then you just want to just curl up in a ball for a week afterwards and recover. And that's exactly where you are this week, right?
I do have ideas for volume 2.
Oh, fantastic.
But
that's fantastic.
What I also want to do is take this show on the road. I want cons to hire me to come and do the book reading and the burlesque show.
Ooh, we've never talked about this before. That's a great idea.
So one time I did hire Brad for a consultation, and you should tell people that that's a thing they can do also. Yeah. But he asked me what I wanted to do, and I had 100 different things like this, that. But now this is what I want to do. I want to take Crown of Bones on the road and do cons where I do this performance.
Okay, so there's 2 main companies that you might want to talk to in that case. One of which is Reed, who does like the Penny Arcade cons and stuff like that. They do Chicago, C2E2. The other one is Fan Expo, and the hook there is they do conventions all over the country. So if you get in with them, then they can say, okay, we'll hire you for Chicago, Baltimore, and whatever, Minneapolis, and you could go right down the line. That's it's what you're talking about is actually doable, and people would probably love it to be able to call that like a value add to that convention and be off the hook.
Yeah, and I think there should be an Evil Inc edition.
Oh my God. Yes. Could you imagine? We would do it here in Philadelphia and do an Evil Inc burlesque show. It would be, I'm telling you, it would be a culmination of a dream. We won't say what kind of dream, but it would be a culmination of a dream. Seriously, when you showed me the video of you and the other performer dressed up as Tempest, I just sat there and smiled from ear to ear. It was the best feeling, because traditionally I had one reader that created her own mismatch costume and came up and visited me in Seattle. I was at my table at the Seattle Comic Convention years ago, and walked up dressed as Miss Match. And I think her husband was dressed as Captain Heroic at the time. Either that, or he just really filled out a suit. But it was amazing. But it doesn't happen a whole lot. And you're definitely the person who has taken it the furthest with this whole thing. So the idea of doing like an Evil Inc burlesque show would be absolutely fantastic. I don't know that I've got the readership to carry it, but it would be sure fun to try.
Well, that's the thing. You're going to get new readers from people who like to go to burlesque shows.
Talk about my kind of people right there. It's a perfect crossover. So listen, I'm going to do one more check of the old tote board over there, put my glasses on. 8485. We've got some new people pledging. Let's bring out Slappy just to give him a little encouragement to see if we can get that past the 85 mark.
Did we get a new one or no?
I'm gonna say we're gonna put one in there to kind of inspire one more person to make a pledge yet before this is done.
One more pledge of any size.
Yes, I think we could do it. And it's at newevilbook.com, the new Kickstarter for the Evil Inc After Dark graphic novel. It's going to be so much fun. 120 pages. I've been kind of leaning towards that. It's an extra big graphic novel. You don't realize 120 pages is actually kind of heavy, as I found out last year when I was shipping these things. These are good sized books, and it's also got the first 3 stories are Evil Inc stories that are then paired with their After Dark storylines. So it's all one continuous story. The 4th story is just all After Dark. And it's a huge chunk of the end of that book is just, we're not even pretending. It's just After Dark from page to page to page. And it is one of the most, it's where I pushed myself the furthest in terms of writing and drawing. You're going to love it. All I can say is you are absolutely going to love it. You got to see it to believe it. So Eerie Rottica, as we're wrapping up, thank you so much. Listen, and by the way, this was when Eerie said, hey, would you like to do a live stream? And I could dress up as Desdemona. I was like, oh my God. The kindness, tell me it's going to make me feel horrible, but tell me how long it took you to get into all of this body paint for this.
Well, it does take a little while, but here's, well, all you people here, if you're from like Comic Lab and stuff, you like to know how the sausage is made.
Yes.
So this is just red tights.
No. Okay. All right.
So I'm not painted anywhere down there. That's just tights. And there's a good part of my back that I can't reach.
Right.
So really it didn't take too much longer than my normal makeup would, except I dragged it down. But I also did a photo shoot this morning.
Did you?
And so I am painted all the way down to here, and I can't wait to show you those photos.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. Speaking of other dreams I had as a young comics creator, that's fantastic. Now, all right, I can't wait to see those. At least it makes me feel better that you got double use out of them, that you were able to get lots of content, as they say today, out of this out of this makeup session.
Now, the big question is if I'm going to be stained red, because I do have a gig tomorrow. I have to perform at a bachelorette party.
You didn't tell me you did bachelorette parties, really?
This will be my first one. I don't really do private parties usually.
Yeah.
But bachelorette party sounds fun. Bachelor party, I'd be like,
that would be a little sketchy, but a bachelorette party. What? Can you tell us what you're planning on doing? What the performance is going to be?
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a fan dance.
Yes.
And I have another one. I have this big feather headdress, and the song is "Let's Do It," and it says, when Eerie said we're doing this, she said, let's do it. Birds do it, bees do it, but it's the instrumental. And when I come out, I sing it like this. It always gets a big laugh.
That sounds fantastic. And you've done lots of burlesque performances that were very tuned into the nerd community. You did one where you were, am I remembering this right? A gelatinous ooze was a D&D one that you did?
Gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
Definitely was a gelatinous cube. I've done a lot of Star Wars. How many Star Wars acts does one girl need?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I have Padme, I have Tauntaun, I have C-3PO. That's already 3. That's a lot of Star Wars.
How does one make C-3PO sexy? That's got to be a big creative challenge.
That's the sexiest character in all of Star Wars.
Really? All right. I think you just shared a little bit more about yourself than you meant to. Vaughn says Salacious Crumb. I think that's Vaughn making a request for the next Star Wars performance. Salacious Crumb.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Get Slappy ready. We just crossed 85. We are now at 85,002. So I think we got to go out on 2 big Slappies.
All right. Was it someone from the stream, we think, or someone else?
I'm gonna say yes.
We'll never know.
Because to check it, I'd have to put my glasses on and get it. I'm too vain.
All right.
2 big ones for $85,000 and a one to grow on is what they used to call it. Wow. Man, you're going to be red. You're going to be red back there now too. Eerie Rottica, burlesque legend. Thank you so much for helping me promote the new book, available over there at newevilbook.com. Thank you so much. Eerie is here on Substack. You can see her link, I'm sure, on the screen somewhere down there. I will include it in the notes as well. Do follow Eerie because she's actually doing a lot of great writing that kind of shows the intersection between burlesque and comics, a lot between performing arts and sit-down arts like I do. And it's fascinating. Eerie, you're a great writer. I love reading what you write. You're fantastic.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, honestly. Thank you for this. This completely made my day. I'm literally at the part where people doing a Kickstarter are ready to jump out a window, and I'm going to have a big dumb smile on my face for the rest of the weekend.
Now, before we close off, let's you know what you're doing, Brad? It's called clip farming.
Is that what I'm doing?
Clip farming. It's when you try to make clips that you could farm for content.
That's right. That's right. So give me a little something to go out on here.
newevilbook.com.
Eerie Rottica, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up. This will be hitting the socials shortly. newevilbook.com. Go over there. Back the campaign, get a book, lots of great rewards. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you. And thank you once again, Eerie. We'll see you everybody we'll see everybody again. And thank you for hanging out with us today. Bye-bye, everybody.